the landscape has. Very impressive. And what was also impressive today was the preparedness mindset that you've just described that you have. You have, as a country, of course, a unique geostrategic position. And with that, you have developed a distinct approach, I would say, to security, resilience, and foresight. You have learned to live with the risks. You have learned to manage the risk and to master the risk. This is something I could see. It was very impressive for me to, with my visit to Grindavik, to see how you manage the risk, how you live with it, and how you adapt to it, but also master it. And meeting the Icelandic Association for Search and Rescue was also an eye-opener to see the capabilities they have. Impressive to see that. So congratulations on that. Iceland's preparedness is not just a policy, I would say it is a way of life. And Europe has much to learn from you in that respect. And it is with that backdrop that I would like to look at the first point, the defense and security topics. You play a critical role, a strategic role in NATO's Arctic and North Atlantic posture. You are a strong and reliable ally. I saw this firsthand, indeed, in the Keflavik Air Base. Your preparedness model rests, as you told me, on two solid foundations. One is NATO membership, and the other one is the bilateral agreement with the United States. And now we try to strengthen and to add another layer to your security model, if I might call it that way. I'm very pleased also that we are launching the talks or the negotiations for a security and defense agreement. And like you, I'm sure we will be done in a few weeks or months. This partnership will bring Iceland into Europe's security and defense network too, in the wider sense that you have just described. It already counts 8 partners, including Norway, the UK, and Canada. And with this security and defense partnership agreement, you would start to have access to our SAFE program. This is our 150 billion joint procurement program that could also then be of interest to you. Through the new partnership, we will be able to cooperate more closely also on hybrid threats that we see on civil protection, for example. As I said there, we can learn a lot from you too. And on the whole topic of cybersecurity, just to name a few topics. My second point is indeed on the Arctic. I saw today the ice is melting and new realities are emerging with that process. Right in, as you called it, Iceland's backyard. Russia and China are increasingly both their economic activities and their strategic presence in this region. And we know that Europe must adapt to these new realities. And this is why we will review our Arctic strategy to ensure that it is fit for the challenges of our time. And here is for us very important to have a very close exchange of views with you. Because, as I said, from your unique geostrategic position, we can learn a lot from you, and you have a different view on the Arctic, of course, and a different experience of the Arctic. We also, of course, want to work together with you when it comes to strengthen the protection of our critical infrastructure, including subsea cables and power grids. This was also a discussion point today, and it was impressive to see how you prepare for potential attacks on this critical infrastructure. And we want to team up, as I said, on cyber resilience and the secure communications. And in this sense, I'm very glad that we've settled Iceland's participation in the EU's government satellite communication program, in short GovSatcom, and IRIS², our space-based connectivity system that is certainly, as a backup for you, of enormous importance. My third point is on climate. It is the defining challenge of our times. And it is highly visible here in Iceland, where the glaciers are losing billions of tons of ice each year, and I could see the impact that it has on nature here. Your ambition to reach carbon neutrality by 2040 is a strong and a very necessary signal. impressive. Europe is also on the right path to climate neutrality by 2050. Earlier this month, we have proposed our climate target for 2040. And in our talks, we could both see that our ambitions are very much aligned. So this is why we have agreed to step up our cooperation on climate beyond 2030, in particular to work closely together to achieve the Paris Agreement targets and the ambitions of future COPs. My final point is on fisheries. Here also we've reached an important milestone last week or a few days ago.
Yes.
We have a new memorandum of understanding on fisheries and ocean affairs between Iceland and the European Union. We signed this week. It will strengthen our cooperation on fisheries governance and the biodiversity of our ocean and our shared resources. So it's been a packed day. It's not ended yet.
No.
Thank you very much for hosting me with you, and thank you very much for the impressions you gave me on Iceland.
Thank you, Madam President, Prime Minister. And now we'll take a few questions from the media, starting with the Icelandic Broadcasting Service.
Thank you. Madam President, welcome to Iceland. My name is Björn Malmquist. I'm from Icelandic National Broadcasting Service, based in Brussels, actually. I wanted to ask you about specifically about security and defense, since you already announced this new talks about the bilateral security agreements. In this context, the Icelandic